Hello. Let me double check the sound. I think it's all good. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. We are back again for some more Genshin Impact version 4.3. And the new event started. Roses and Muskets. So we're gonna be checking that out. I think there might be like two-part quests too right now. Um kind of where we're starting off. Because we have, yeah, I think there's total of 5 parts and there's 2 available. We get things like this weapon, the ultimate Overlord's magic sword. Try to say that 5 times fast. Furnishings, a normal recipe. Of course, Crown of Insight. That's everybody's favorite, the crown. So we'll be checking that out today.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed.
And I got Navia up to 80 off stream. I'm just a little short to get to 90. Literally like 4. I'll get her in in amount of time. So far she has Archaic Petra plus Gladiator. I am starting to work on her new set. It's gonna probably take some time. Not gonna be easy to get good enough pieces. 666. No. And I'm rocking the double pyro here. I don't have the best energy recharge on, like Xialing, for instance, but we'll make it work. I mean, we already have one Favonius user here. We could technically make another one. Eventually. I mean, at the moment, he might be the better Favonius user. Considering she actually has enough crit rate without it. So that was something I was tempted to do. It might be a good idea. Who knows? I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna swap them. I'm just gonna swap. Just to see what happens. I can always easily swap it back. And I'm just kind of curious. I mean, it doesn't hurt his burst either. And technically speaking, it makes his burst crit. In her case, maybe we can get enough energy on her. Yeah. Okay, we can try that. And we already have energy. So we have 3 characters with energy recharge. Literally the most back support ever. On Navia, I have an R5 Serpent Spine. Did not go for the weapon. I kind of threw some pulls in to see if I got lucky. Didn't get lucky. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we can try this out.
Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
But let's go ahead and check out the crack of Muskets breaking the silence, Act 1. Like I said, I think we should be able to do Act 1 and Act 2 today. I'm not entirely positive. We'll find out. Going to the square in the court of Fontaine. So that'd be like right here. So if I teleport here, we should get right into it. Right on into it. Okay, literally right behind us.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I don't know, Mr. Morris, you tell me.
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
Well, what's
But
the
what
crisis?
about my film?
Oh,
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
oh. Poor Xavier.
Oh, oh.
Hey, isn't it Xavier? So he's back
Oh,
in
it's not
Fontaine
Xavier, it's
now.
Xavier. I thought I recognized him from somewhere.
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
I don't think it's that easy, Paimon.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
Oh,
The
wow.
Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival?
Yes.
Then allow me to fill you in.
Okay.
The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids, and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria.
Ageria
The
lore, you
holiday
say?
is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
Hmm.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Ah, I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Not a. Oh.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water. But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
I have a guess on whose idea the pure water part was. Nouvelette. But yes, it does sound pretty drab. I kind of agree with her on that. Why would I take a cup to someone's door to ask for pure water? Hey, can I have some water in my cup? Like, no. Asking for sweets is better. Why does this sound it sound a little bit like Halloween at a different part of the year, though? Because you said costumes, and it sounds like
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
it is pretty drab,
The
though.
whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Okay. So it is their kind of makeshift version of Halloween. Why are we doing this at Christmas time then? Why didn't you do this around Halloween time?
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Well, I mean, I guess technically we weren't done with Fontaine at that point.
Yes,
so I
it
guess it wouldn't
appears
make
I'm straight
sense,
off
though.
topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point.
That might just mean that they were planning to have Fontaine released a little bit earlier. They kind of got behind. That's what it seems like. Because this feels like more like a Halloween style deal. That's probably what it is.
The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
The Verino Award.
The what award?
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it,
The
Paimon.
Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name.
Make it the Nouvellette Award.
Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
That's fair.
Alright. Guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori?
Hey,
Not to say all the other
Chiori.
actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
She runs the clothing store in the Court of Fontaine. Chioria Boutique.
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress.
The Thundering
Her
Seamstress.
remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Yes, we
Why
do.
don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them?
We do know who they are. I've seen the
Judging from
trailer, so
time,
that's why I
the
know.
Aquabus should be arriving shortly.
That, and of course,
Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
if you look at the thumb thing, the crack of begin. Let's start this. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting. 1000 pace interdiction arc minute sharp shooting zone. Tricky shots. I really like the aesthetic here they're going with for this, because it's movie themed. Extreme drive into the frame. All right, well, we'll check those out in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we surely don't know who the characters from Inazuma are. I should say character on this one, but... yeah, we get the Ultimate Overlord's Magic Sword, which has an attack increase by 12%, plus more strength of increase based on the amount of Melazines we helped in Marasi Village. Nice. And then event shop. Always good to have an event shop. Yes. Okay. And these are the event stuff. Cool. Yeah, we'll check out those a little later, maybe. Okay. I actually didn't look either. Is this her? I don't think this is her best wings. It might be this. Yeah, that kind of matches the best. Makes sense for the Geo Nation, right? For a Geo character to have be best with the Geo wings. Yeah. Heck? Oh, up the stairs. Clementine line. Hey, look, Chiori's there. Those are some very high-heeled shoes.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet.
Hi, Chiori.
Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to
Interesting
introduce you.
voice.
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Way Navia's wardrobe comes together is really exceptional. Concept behind Kiara's outfit is really original. Yes, they're both made by her, yep.
Why, thank you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, it's like this.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Yeah, we can try.
Oh, thank you, Paimon.
It's
That
not coming
means
out
a
of my
lot to
pockets,
me.
though.
But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, we don't have a plan.
No, that's not
Yeah,
what I mean.
see, I knew
I'm
it.
simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Hey, it's Ayato and Ayaka. Oh, and you and Mia, too.
And where do you live? We Malazines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
We've been there before.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home. You're so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
Welcome to
Oh,
Fontaine,
you guys.
Kamisato's.
I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
I also enjoyed Aval's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on this Aquabus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Aw. What a nice Melusine.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
We're aware, too. We're just standing over here.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film? We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him. But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
I thought I'd always get the lead role.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film?
No
I
excuses.
figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you.
Uh-huh.
So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
You liar. You're
We had a
trying.
surprise reunion with you during our trip here. But you still managed to surprise me first.
He's a liar.
Oh, so you all know each other already. My, what a coincidence. What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de
Quite
Boer and
simple.
catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well.
Hmm.
Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Gotta love the Kamisato siblings.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Technically, Nuvolette is powering it, but you know. Hotel de Board. Oh, no, no, no. The plane, the plane.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
That's fair.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've
bro.
already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right?
The
I read this
Two
book recently on the
Musketeers?
way here.
What about the
Story is
3?
Pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
A moral problem.
What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
That'd be a fun time.
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
That's
I've
probably the
considered
best
that
idea.
option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, If Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
Oh,
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, 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 that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation.
you guys are a nice people. Boy, the
Inazuma has
Kamisatos
only
are the
recently
nicest.
reopened its borders and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Man,
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible.
oh,
If
you're
you
the
still
you're
don't
the
feel
man,
comfortable with
Ayato.
this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
I don't think you have to go that
Come
far.
on now, no need to go that far.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
We can help too. Just say that you got our contribution from some personal friends.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to.
Okay.
Ew. All right, enough
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I agreed.
Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
All right, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
Not Paimon.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
Oh boy.
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that!
All right, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh.
She's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
That's fair.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job?
As long as I'll be able to help. Lights, camera, action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
I think we'd better get to work. Yeah, man.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Who's a better director? We know one.
Me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
We know a person.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right?
We're just volunteering
Besides,
her.
there's anything else to do right now.
Damn, Paimon.
Farina?
Paimon, what the heck?
Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with
It's not like she has anything better to do. Wow, that's rude.
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Yep,
fine. You're right, Shiori.
we gotta
I'll
give
do
it a
anything
go.
for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
You might be eating macaroni right now.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our
Paimon.
idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
Sweet.
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
Sweet.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
No, sweet.
Huh? Can't we just bring
Yes.
some desserts like the Fontanelle?
Yes, she knows. Yes. Desserts.
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Yeah, give her desserts,
Isn't
and
the
that's how it
Fontanelle
makes her
festival
happy.
happening right now? I heard Avo tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
He loves sweets.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Let's give her a sweet.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanelle mousse.
That sounds pretty good.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
He just loves sweets. His parents' sweets.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontanelle mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Hmm.
That be?
Yeah, what is that?
Your words of praise.
What? Oh, we're gonna have to gas her up? Okay. Hey, we got the recipe. I guess we're going to her apartment. What spot's the recipe in? There it is. Okay, to Farina's apartment. We can go from here. Oh, it's this way. Oops. No. This is like the second time we've bothered her at her own apartment. Last time was for the story quest.
Sure, this is where Farina lives.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
telling people everywhere she
I'll go
goes
knock on
now.
the door.
I wonder if she's having macaroni. No, she just woke up.
Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you?
Hi,
And who's this?
Chiori.
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Yes.
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Yes, Paimon, please try to be nice, remember?
Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea. No. I was just up late last night reading some novels.
Oh.
What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
We're just buttering her
No
up.
need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
Dessert.
That's great! So, actually, there's
Ah,
something
you're
to
just
help with.
breaking it down that quick.
Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yes.
We sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator. Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
I have experience I can show you if you would like.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before. Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say? You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon.
Yep. Yeah, I
do
saw
wish to
that
see how
too.
skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work.
I love this cast
Are
of
you
characters
ready?
already.
I have high standards, you know.
Yep, I'm ready. Please wait a moment. Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Okay. Estelle is the boss of Beaumont Workshop and has always been proud of her forging machine. Okay. Let us film a promotional video for her workshop. Remember to emphasize the superiority of her forging machine. Okay. You need to film several shots according to the director's requirements and complete them in the video. Camera positioning is key and you should ascertain the camera position requirements beforehand. Okay. When filming, there will be narration requirements like the most suitable narration according to the story. Try to satisfy all the director's filming requirements. If you're selecting the most suitable choices for all the camera positions and narration, you may begin filming and see the results. Located in the Court of Fontaine Beaumont workshop is workshop and forging machine. Okay. Okay, interesting. And you've seen that shows off the workshop. This wouldn't show off the workshop. Be this. Okay, you need a scene that shows off the forging machine at work. That'd be this one. Machine can control the force applied and temperature, making it perfect for doing exhausting and time-consuming work. Next. You need a scene that shows off the atmosphere as the stove works relaxedly. There's also weapons arranged in boxes produced by the Beaumont workshop. And you need a scene that shows off the workshop. Filming theme directed by Farina. Located in the court of Fontaine, Beaumont Workshop is a weapons workshop that utilizes a forging machine. The machine can precisely control the force supplied and the temperature, making it perfect for doing exhausting and time-consuming work. Thanks to the machine, the owner of Beaumont Workshop Estelle can comfortably enjoy each day at work. But worry not, for the weapons produced by the Beaumont Workshop are outstanding quality, with exquisite craftsmanship and keen edge. If weapons are what you want, look no further than Beaumont.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
So what's the verdict?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina? Did you think I would agree just like that?
Oh.
After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanaia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well... Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
You might want to see the script, for one.
Well, what about the pay? You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervulat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller? Oh, so Farina's read it too. Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina? Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know.
You can always change the adaptation.
Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
We're counting on you, Director Farina. Now's your chance to make a film that you love.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
Yeah, you are a tsundere.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Farina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
I'll pinch you.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate.
Yeah, there is no more Hydro
There's a
Archon.
lot that goes into shooting a film.
Hydro Archon's
Although
dead.
The trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of. We'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Oh.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
This is where Chevreuse comes in?
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Or
Could we
Navia.
ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
Yep.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevreuse.
Oh, it's Chevreuse.
Oh, you do?
It's not Chevreuse.
How
Chevreuse.
do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
Fashion designer by day, assassin by night.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But
Objection.
I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora.
Oh.
As for whether she has time,
Oh, you're doing
I'll
this
have to
quest?
go and
I
ask her
am.
first.
Indeed.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go.
I had a feeling
You can just tell
Macaroni
me
would
how
get
things
involved
went and
here.
we'll discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
At least you didn't talk down to her
Of
that much this
course.
time,
Just
Paimon.
wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see
Good thing
if they'd be
cheese
willing
isn't
to act as
involved.
extras. Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now. I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Yeah, Paimon, nobody asked for your commentary. Can't wait to see our film's premiere.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
Yeah, let's go see Chevreuse.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Yeah,
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film?
Yes.
Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
Yes.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
Paid an
It
exposure.
seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Well, you're not a god anymore. Okay, look for Chevrolet. Oh, wait, Farina's standing right here. Did you get your macaroni?
Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce.
I mean, I was gonna say macaroni and tomato sauce, but at the same time, it's just essentially like spaghetti. It's just a different form of noodle. So, yeah, that's pretty normal. There's Chevrolet.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
Anyone that doesn't look like generic in front of us right
She's
now?
over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Yeah, how did you not see that?
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
No, you didn't notice at all,
Please wait here
Paimon.
for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Yeah, that's her working. Let her work in peace.
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Chiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion.
Like I said, fashion designer by day, assassin by night. That's probably what she is.
Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
Branching story.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
That's pretty typical of the main
Any way to
protagonist.
speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Oh, that was the literal thing. I didn't actually... I thought that was figurative.
What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevrolet, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
I love Chevrolet already.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
That makes you
Tried
guilty.
to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room.
Bro, you're
Take
not...
them away, Letelier.
You're not any way, shape, or form innocent if there's contraband in that. when you literally said that out loud. You're just like, hey, if there's any contraband in there, it's his fault, not mine.
One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
Oh, look at you and your judgment hammer.
Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vache has been brought to justice,
I mean, Trident.
no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market.
Oh, nice.
Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Why do you always introduce yourself like that, Paimon?
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Why didn't you just arrest them immediately?
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first.
Oh.
All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevraz's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
You want to join a film?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
We explained the entire story.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming.
So for the pay,
also,
yeah.
as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
That was quick.
Just like that.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty quick. I'll join. Everybody's in shock.
What Bullchecker is really saying is, if you wanna fight the Oni King, you have to go through Sky Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon first.
What the heck?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment.
What the heck was that? Why? That was highly irrelevant. What the heck? I mentioned Bull Chucker and Lavender Melon. What the heck? They must have had a screw up there or something. Because that was odd. That was like an odd thrown in there.
Besides, I personally really like this novel. I
Okay.
even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Yay! Filming tomorrow.
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish.
Well,
Still,
you know.
I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
See you tomorrow. I think Xavier would probably be able to hold himself together.
He'd better.
Alright, talk to Chevrolet. Where is Chevrolet? Oh, right here. Hi, Chevrolet.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevrolet?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
I've heard a bit about it. I haven't read it yet.
The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone.
Hmm.
One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them.
Yeah, that's quite
However,
apparent.
the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice.
Okay.
The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother.
Gotcha.
Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevrolet?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions.
Well, you've heard about us then. Wait, so what you're implying is there's a case that you need our help with?
Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before.
Yeah, we
There's
always
been
fix
a
people's
recent murder
problems.
case involving muskets.
Oh.
The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh. Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
Well, she's part of
The
the
Marechaussee
special.
Phantom hasn't yet released
Squad.
any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Could it be someone from your platoon?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon.
Okay.
However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Gotcha.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
Yeah, so we're going to do a dual-ended task. We're going to be doing the filming, and we're also going to be investigating at the same time. Can't someone from the Special Patrol help you investigate?
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest.
Gotcha.
I don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
Gotcha.
What do you think, Traveler?
Well, it's already been quite a day. Let's give it some thought tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired, too. We've really been hustling all day.
Hustling and
You'd
bustling.
better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Yep. That's Act 1 complete. Should have Act 2 coming out now. Right? Yep. Wait till the following morning. 8 to 10. Which, we'll probably only get to Act 2 today. Because the other ones aren't unlocked yet. I will hit you for that. Okay. Let's get to it. Following morning at 8 o'clock.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night.
Well, was the film good?
Remember's right. We're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going.
Well, in your dream, did the film end up good? That's the question. Yay, they're all here.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here.
Yep, Yoimiya and Ayaka.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, wow.
I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture.
You know, I don't know why that didn't occur to me. Ayato and Neuvillette meeting wasn't on my checklist of things that could happen.
So I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Hey, that's a nice place to visit around
you
here
wouldn't
too.
believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
Yeah, we fight them right now because we need them for Navia's material. The Dirge of Coppelia and the Nemesis of Coppelia.
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too. Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
Oh, why couldn't we have joined you? First is that we were busy.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful.
It is
I
indeed.
love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people. Ooh. Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts. I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
Where is everybody?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
We're here.
Hey, Chiori, welcome back. Davris?
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
6-mile morning jog.
6 miles?
Oh, hi, Farina.
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Yeah,
good morning, everyone.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could have it too.
Boarding. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. Ugh, the last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
Oh,
I
God.
can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
You heard it correctly, right, Yoimiya? More milk, hold the sugar? Yes?
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Fireworks.
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
You know what?
Of course not.
That's fair.
I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Oh,
Wow.
you worked really hard on
I didn't
this.
expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life? Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
It's gonna be black, isn't it?
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
This is gonna go bad quick, isn't it?
It seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers.
Nice.
Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members.
Who are they?
This is our prop manager, Veronique. She's
Veronique.
in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bono, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Okay.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
Yay! Woo!
You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right. Listen up, everyone.
Okay. I'm listening.
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches.
Umbrella finches.
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean the good kind
Wow.
of waves.
You really went there, didn't you?
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
He doesn't realize she meant it metaphorically. We know. Fiction and reality inside and outside the frame. For people who need help. Hey. Oh. I know, I just want to chat with people.
Ah, so this is what a musket looks like.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. I don't know anything about muskets, though. Alright, I guess we'll start with you and Mia.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
A little more to the
Got
left.
it.
A little more to the right.
Yeah, do you need a hand?
A little bit left. To the right.
No, I'm fine.
One hop this time.
Doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Probably one of the reasons.
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Actually, we start rolling before that. The clapperboard just gets edited out in the post-production.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there, too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Of course. I'm totally not winking right now. Yeah, totally not. Yes.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Well, I'm not. Alright, what do you need help with, Shiori and Kamisato Ayato?
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
Oh, man.
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
Ah.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Ah. That was a fun conversation.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Oh.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Oh.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Wow, we're
Yes,
going into the
I perform
firearm
routine
topic.
maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Yeah.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
What's the change?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
I see why. Oh, I see the decision
What's going on?
change.
Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
Yeah, I saw what I wanted
What is
to
it?
do. Swap the
I
roles.
have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Oh, it's fitting.
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
That's fair.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevreuse.
Yeah.
Chevreuse mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
But we should still have to prioritize her work. But we still don't know if she's a big fan of acting.
All right, I'll take the role.
That was quick.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
Oh, Farina's
You're
getting into
doing
this.
a great favor for me, Miss Chevreuse. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevreuse. I look forward to working with you.
Hey.
Please, just call me Chevreuse.
Aw, friendship. Friendship
Seems like
across
you're really going out
waters.
of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on
Fringe.
formal business.
Oh, come on.
The
you really
power of
think I deny
friendship.
that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Wow.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the traveler. But I
Friendship
feel that she
is
needs not only
cringe.
to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Boil her some more.
It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
This is the punishment you deserve. This is justice.
No need to poke fun at me.
Come on.
I'd wager that you also
I wonder
felt
what
that I wasn't
Toma
the
is
best
up
candidate for the
to.
role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Well, yeah, Toma's probably just having a time of his life back at the estate. Probably invited over some friends and having a party. Maybe he's taking over the Kamisato residence in his own name. Maybe, who knows, right? So you're gonna go back to work now?
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready.
Very
Icon,
likely.
Get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Time for the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
You can count on us. Good luck with your work.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain.
Why does he pronounce his sister's name wrong? Everybody calls her Ayaka. A lot of people thought it was Ayaka. It's, I don't think there's a right or a wrong per se. People just pronounce it differently. But, the VAs pronounce it Ayaka, so. I guess that's probably the direction they decided to go with for the naming. Kamisato Ayaka, present. We've just gotten used to calling her Ayaka, though. You know?
Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment.
Okay.
Silence on the set! Lights! Camera!
Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip, I'm home.
Mother, you were out for so long. We were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
That they're really their favorite treat?
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now.
Oh, you're
By the way,
trying.
did you have fun playing at home?
Good acting, though.
What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me.
I didn't realize that, you know, Ayaka could act this well, though.
It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut!
How was that? Were we good?
Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take.
Okay.
Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh, got it.
Take that final.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles.
Okay. Everything proceeds at a great pace, and once Farina has adjusted some details, you begin to film a second scene.
This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
is gone. Where can we even go?
How does it seem like she's like... She's probably utilizing her emotion for her actual mother in this case. Because, she's really good at this right now.
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance! Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character.
Huh.
It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy?
Hey.
Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Ayaka as an acting prodigy? That sounds pretty cool. A full day of filming on the set quickly passes.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard.
You don't play with it, you
How
work
do you
with
feel,
it.
Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
A little, but it was a lot of fun.
Good work, you two.
Hey, Chevrolet.
You too, Chevrolet. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Right.
Oh,
Investigation.
We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot. You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge.
Revenge!
And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned.
Do you mean there were rainbow roses in your case too?
Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Acting prodigy? I mean, well, she's basically collation wishes. What? She's basically a... I couldn't... I'm not... I'm losing it on the last part of what you just wrote. Politician. Oh, politician. Okay. I figured it out after a second. Basically a politician, which is necessary. Okay. Gotcha. Government. Yes. Okay.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially
I
if
see
it's
what
in
you
the
mean,
script
though.
today.
I get the joke.
Oh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Well, if we're there only to assist, then I think we can join the case.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice.
Justice!
There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Alrighty.
Huh? Right now? Well, we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
I'm on.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Okie dokie.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Okay. We're going to the workshop to investigate. Lights. Camera. Action. Oh, these are the games? She's really annoying in this. She was becoming like a little better, and then it seems she regressed a lot to how she was. Who's really annoying in this? Paimon? Oh yeah, Paimon's bad. Paimon's absolutely bad. Literally every time Paimon discusses Farina, it's kind of like Paimon's bagging on Farina. It's just like, Paimon, stop. Farina's doing nothing wrong. All right, live right.
Hard to pick the perfect gift. Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Like, I definitely think like Paimon has some kind of deep-centered hatred for Farina for some reason, because it feels like it's always kind of like an ass when Farina's around.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Go to the Beaumont workshop. Hello, Estelle.
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello,
Now,
Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
oh,
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
oh,
Then has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically
Fleuve
give them
Cendre?
to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
the Fleur
Don't
Sandra.
mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, let's head to Fliv Sandra next.
Yeah, to the Fliv Thunder.
Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know
Huh?
Huh? No what?
that I grew up in Fliv Sandra.
The Fliv Sandra. Are you serious right now? Fine. I guess I'm doing this daily. Guess I'm stuck doing this daily first. You know, I'm generally really tired with the fact that they can't fix this kind of situation. That you're forced to do something else to continue. Like, why can't it just be like, you know, if it's not selected to be done, don't touch it. Luckily, it's a daily and not a quest. If it was a quest, it'd be more annoying. The daily can be done pretty quick. But it's still like, you should just be able to continue your quest and just, you know, any other current quest would be not in session.
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
I mean, at this point, we know where all these kids are hiding anyway. Okay. Now we can get back to it.
Venturing underground is way more fun.
Investigate the Flustrantra.
Whatever business you're in, you gotta keep up with the changing times.
Okay, I'm just gonna teleport up here. No, not here. Because we can then backtrack real back here real quick. Get this one and then go back down that way. Observe.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
And somebody got
Yes,
drunk and
but
threw things
have a
around.
Closer look, Paimon. Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up,
Oh.
these are obviously marks from musket bullets.
Yeah, those are musket
In
bullets.
other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Ah, okay.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fliv Sandra own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
I'm surprised they decided to go on such a topic of firearms in Genshin. That can be a very risky topic at times. We'll go down to that bottom one last. We'll go upstairs first.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Gosh, keep your lips sealed and no one will ever know. Besides, it's called buying info. It is called buying info.
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to Muskets and Fleuve Cendre lately?
Liv
Anything at all?
Sandra.
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Oh my god.
Please, think about it some more.
Wow.
She's giving her even more Mora.
I didn't see anything. Maybe she's just giving out some pate de fruit.
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pate de fruit.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
What talk? I want some pate de fruit too.
My apologies, I'm all out of sweets.
Ah,
Though
man.
I do have some other tempting snacks in my custody. Fries, fried chicken, and even onion rings.
Oh, okay.
But taking care of junk food is my responsibility. You're better off sticking to your normal, nutritious diet.
Hey.
Now then, let's keep going.
Oh, hand over the fries. That's just cruel.
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
All right. Oh, the typical bartender info. Okay. Can we take a seat first? Hi, Tetro.
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Information isn't free, you know.
Of course.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever.
Hey.
One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
Hey.
Sandra, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the
Are
gun
you
in the
kind of
first
being a little
place?
bit judgmental, though?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Shavras. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please. and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Don't say I didn't warn ya.
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Okay.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Cendra for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
About the guy who died.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendra.
Okay.
It's said that he was a poor, solitary man.
But if we're following the novel, shouldn't the guy have been a nobleman?
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a
Everybody
rival who
wants to
hated
be
him
my
enough to shoot
enemy.
him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly?
Could they be the novelist?
We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Okay.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day.
That's fair.
How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Yeah.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Oh, that was Act 2. Wow. I'm liking the story so far. We have a combination of the filming, and we have a combination of an investigation in the background. Let's see what Chevros has to say.
What? Never thought that the captain of the Security and Surveillance Patrol could come from the Fleuve Cendra?
I have to say, I'm pretty shocked. Sure, that wasn't easy.
You mean rising through the ranks? It was a struggle, for sure. But as long as you can distinguish yourself through your accomplishments and skills, you'll eventually be recognized for your worth. If you look at it another way, my life at Fleuve Cendra has actually taught me a lot of valuable skills. Skills like how to barter with criminals or how to think in their shoes. Of course, I'd appreciate it if you could keep this a secret between us.
Yeah, we can. We have a lot of people's secrets at this point. Did we get anything for that? Oh, we already completed. I didn't realize we can actually claim rewards now. Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and check out the mini games at this point. Considering these won't be unlocked for another few days, so we'll probably return to this and do Act 3 and Act 4 on the next stream that we have. And then Act 5 will be available quite after. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Either that or I'll wait until all the rest of them are unlocked. I'm not sure yet. I'll make the decision. Either way's fine. Yeah, we can go check out these. Let's see what these mini games have to offer. They're all kind of in the same territory. I'll start here and go down the line. Oh wait, this is the one that would start here actually. We'll start here. Yeah. Aha. Mwahaha. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't pull off the Ojo-sama vibe. The 2 radiant guests, you're finally here. You must be the legendary adventures of Teyvat and rising superstars Nash and Paimon. That's us, alright. Do you need our help? Not just prone to exaggeration, but also a user of strange adjectives. Paimon feels like everyone we've met here comes straight out with such flattery. Ends up asking us to do something for them. How with them? What do you want? Oh, no. I don't want anything from you. I simply wanted to put forward a win-win proposal. Join forces with me, Fontaine's most talented experimental film director, Melise. Become the next big star of the big screen. Once you made it, money, connections, it's all yours. Whenever you go into Teyvat, no one will dare to stand in your way. You find yourself walking down an endless red carpet, rolled out just for you. I'd rather not attract even more unwanted attention, but I like it when people stand in my way. I like it when people stand in my way. Well, you don't have that much experience acting on camera. If it were true that we can get famous by just collaborating with you. And why aren't you already a super famous director, huh? And where are all the other stars that you worked with? You saw right through me. Okay, then. Need somebody that can do it all. Well... employing stunt doubles. Okay. Does stunt doubles mean what I think it does? You want us to shoot the fighting scenes? Okay. Why pass up such a juicy opportunity? Time to put our acting skills to the test. Okay, let's see this out. I was just getting into it. Okay, so where's the challenge? Okay. Alright, defeat opponents that endlessly appear within the time limit to score points. Once the challenge is over, medals will be distributed based on your score. Okay. Okay. A stormy encounter on a stormier night. I guess we should do it ×4. Ah. Hold on a second. Let me fix. I'll probably use my own Ayaka, but I need to fix my my goblet. No, I took it and put it on somebody. I think I took from Ayaka. That's what it was. Yeah, that makes the most sense. I'll just steal it for now. Back from Risley.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Yep. Okay. I believe that's correct, right? Or did I make another one? Did I do cryo damage or did I do attack percent? Hmm. Let me check. Yeah, I think this is correct. I think I borrowed it for Risley. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Okay, it's on 4. Yep, Shenhe. I don't want to use Barbara. Thank you very much. Okomi and Kazuha.
Transfiguration! Cryo Incarnate! Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind!
Hold the line!
Take flight!
So rude! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
As one with wind and cloud! One with nature!
Do your master's bidding! My apologies! Allow me! Billowing surge!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
My will embodied! Cryo Incarnate! Take flight! Sakura Swirl! Whirling Snow!
One with nature.
Rest and rebuild!
Take your true form.
By ordinance divine! Take flight!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Transfiguration! My apologies! Hold the line! Embrace the ice!
Yay! We did it. Give me that challenge reward. All right, cool. Yep. All right, next one. All right, you're the next. On to Navia, Film festival. Great job. You really did outdid yourself this time. Really outdid yourself. Finishing the project before deadline is nothing but a pipe dream. Okay. Got it. Why is this lady crying? That's called adulthood, Paimon. That's what it means. You think she needs a doctor and one of the any professional therapists and font? Paimon, Jesus. You don't need to roast people for no reason. They didn't do anything. I need a doctor that can resurrect my dying career. I don't think there's a doctor for that, unfortunately. Yeah, see that? Yeah, it's not something a doctor can fix. Only a job. Worst case scenario, you can always get another one. Work is very important, but maybe we should help. I think a new job's worse than dying. Everything you've learned goes out the window, and you have to start over from scratch. You know, I get that. I get that. I understand that. Why don't you tell us more about your problem? Okay. Engineer, got it. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Producing something cheap but durable that works well is nigh on impossible. Yeah. Customer is always right. We had to be fussier clients before, and I've nearly run myself on the ground. I don't have anybody to test it. Well, we can test. We've come this far. Might as well tell us what testing involves. Okay. So what's so hard about that? It's just a bit of running around. The commission, we won't say no to that, but under the circumstances, if we accept too much of your money, our consciences won't forgive us. Okay. An empty domain. Got it. After this, you should consider switching bosses. I wish it was that easy. Stabilization mecha balls automatically avoid testers and move in the opposite direction of an approaching tester. Ah. Kind of like we're a magnet. We're a magnet of the same type, so it repulses. Wait, is this something you have to do as a match? Interesting. I didn't expect that. Well, we can give it a shot. Try it once. 99 roundy round portally postures.
Take it easy.
Oh, that was kind of fun. Total stock balls herded in 32. Just meant from start to finish. Shouldn't hit tester. That was cool. Okay. I didn't expect another multiplayer event. That's cool. So you have the choice of using teamwork, otherwise you just herd. Ah. You have to do quite a few, don't you? Get up to 5K. This will be a long-term one for sure. Noted. Alright, back to here. Alright, so we did you two. I guess you're next. Alright, take your positions, form ranks, muskets up, take aim, and fire, repel the enemy advance. Got it. Grants the joy of being a musket sharpshooter. Musket sharpshooter. Not a concept we're too familiar with. Looking at this stall, this guard setup, I can't help wonder what the event she mentioned could possibly have to do with the Fontanalia Film Festival. It's the Super Zenith boss level forces. Wow, we have a lot of names. Who in the what now? I'm confused. The blah 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 forces thing isn't another weird nickname for Paimon and Nash, is it? It is. We gotta make a list of all of our nicknames. So that if somebody ever asks for like all the identities we have, we can just name them all off. We've actually met before. How ordinary you're looking? Yeah, you guys even make fun of that, don't you? I think you were the person we met during the fungi board game event. Thousand pace interdiction arc minute sharpshooting zone. I'm never gonna remember that. Okay. Simulate using a musket to aim and fire at targets. Okay. Don't get too hung up on the technical terms. All we need to do is have fun. Okay, let's try it. They're all in different places, aren't they? Oh, we don't actually have to leave this. Let's play around. Yep. Defeat all opponents, have at least 10 munitions remaining. Have at least 20 munitions remaining. Okay. Ah. You can't destroy the field combat cover, but you can explode this. Hmm. Well, we'll find out. This is a fun game. Oh, man. I don't know. How much ammunition do I have left? I have 38 rounds. Training scenario change. Was there anybody remaining there? This is actually kind of fun. Okay. It's a lot more fun than I expected it to be. It's kind of like a puzzle aiming style thing. I like that. You can aim for things like the barrels and stuff. That's cool. I am a fan. I am fan. Well, we get it now. The ultimate overlords mega magic sword. Now we just need to get the refinement. This image is so good, though. Yeah, well, there's one more mini game to check out over here. And it's run by a kid. Petite Lumiere. Great day, isn't it? Someone as famous as you, I bet people are always handing you their business cards. Holding another in contempt merely on account of their lack of years is a mistake only the most ignorant would make. I suspect the two of you are not quite so shallow as that. I didn't intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls me Petite Lumiere. Hello, do you plan on giving us a business card as well? Correct. I'm quite keen on learning more about your adventuring experiences. Okay. Employees leaving the factory. Nope. The arrival of an aquabus. Nope. Ha. Seize the opportunity to revel in the glamour and charm of filmmaking. Our interest has been piqued. Okay. All right. Select a scene. Oh, this is what we were doing in the quest earlier. All right, shows the environment that the actress played by Lynette is lost in. Where should I swim? It all seems the same underwater. Film how the actress played by Lynette looks as she swims through the seagrass. Okay. I like the bewildered expression of the actress. Okay. And the actress played by Lynette sees the sunlight shining through the water. Path of the sun. Where should I swim? It all seems the same underwater. I know, follow the sun's rays. Divine handiwork. That was simple. The event shop. Okay. Cool. Well, we've tried out all of the different ones. That's cool. I think that went much quicker than I expected. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get more condensed resin. I think I'll run through the artifact domain a few times and we can wrap up the stream with that.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Less than 3 hours today, but so let's see, how much do I have extra? I have 3 here. I'll probably do some more. It doesn't hurt. So I'll use some of my fragiles. Actually, 1 is just enough for this. Then I can do 5. 5 runs. Before I go in there, I probably should at least get his energy full. Which I know I could probably find an enemy around here to hit. for some energy.
Off we go.
Oh. Let me grab that real quick. I'll hit one of them in a moment. I almost fell off the entire cliff.
Off we go.
Just so we don't get hit.
Ignorant enough for banquet must go on.
Bye. Okay, artifact domain. Which is actually good for Navia anyway. There's a buff for crystallize in here.
Solidify!
Everybody stand back! Huh? Eat this! Boba, get them! Hey there! Fire! Well, with rocks. Umbrella warfare, I guess. I'm going in! Adventures! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Coming at ya! Cha! This one's got your name on it! Let's light it up!
Gather!
Coming at ya!
I have to get used to this style of playing, but I don't know, maybe I'd be better off with somebody like Kooky or something, because I'm kind of used to that. The healing bonus set, right now it's kind of the set where I'm probably going to end up using it for fodder.
Solidify!
Teamwork is true! Nice and spicy! You're toast! Haha! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there! Feeling lucky?
Stabilize!
Out of the frying pan, into the... Coming at ya! Ha! Everybody stand back! Feeling lucky? Cha! Boba, get them! Huh? Hiya! Ha! Hey there! Cha! Hiya! This one's got your name on it!
I can see why they give us 2 of them now, because you can use one to get the Geo going, to get the barrels. Second one you can do for the big damage. Okay. I do kind of wonder if Albedo would be a little better. I don't know. Oh, sweet. Something that auto locks. I'm using the new auto locking feature. technically this should be one I'd also want to keep. I need to put in another auto lock. I'm gonna lock this myself. I probably should do that. I also like how it puts the lock on here so you know it actually fits your criteria. Even though this criteria is kind of light. Kind of light.
Gather!
Nice and spicy. I'm going in. Eat this. A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boba, get them. Feeling lucky. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Haha.
I do have to say though, Navia's kit is pretty fun. Once I can get used to it, it'll be pretty fun.
Out of the frying pan. Yep, I'm going in. You're toast. Fire. Well, with rocks. Watch out. Hiya. Feeling lucky.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boba, get them. Eat this. Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Let's light it up!
Stabilize!
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Ha! Hiya!
Yeah, I have to still get it down. Like, there's sometimes where I got, you know, like a 47 seconds. This time I didn't. Trying to figure out the best flow for this. So far, I haven't really seen any good artifacts, though, dropping.
Gather!
Out of the frying pan, it's
Everybody stand back!
Hey-ya! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Feeling lucky? Ha! Ha-ha! Ha-ha!
I'm going in!
Race you! Eat this!
Solidify!
Oh. Not enough space? Well, let me look at some of those pieces. In that set. Filter by artifact set. It'll be echoing, yep. We should probably put locked. Yeah, it's nothing good to really want to go into yet. So for now, let's just throw in some. Doesn't hurt too much, especially if we go for this one here. And it hit defense anyway. It's gonna be a bit. I'm gonna have to farm like crazy just to get a good set in this place. Maybe I'll get better at using her too. I'll probably have to, yeah, I'll have to practice a bit more on that. Oh, saw something. Okay, I'm good. Although her playstyle is fun. I just have to work at the rotation a bit more. And to get an understanding. It always takes time. Surprisingly took me some time to figure out the rotation a bit more too. I kind of have it a little bit more down. Okay. I think that with this, we can call it a stream. We did the first 2 acts of the new event, the Muskets and Roses and Muskets. We did the first 2. We checked out some of the little events we have here. And then next time maybe we'll either do it next time or the following time. Either do the rest of the 3 in one go, or the next 2 and then 1, and then I don't know, something else at that point. Depends. 3 in one go might be easier, but at the same time, it'd be during the week. Probably be easier to get more done during the weekend. So we'll find out. Well, once the decision happens, we'll find out. So thank you guys all for watching the stream. And I'll see you guys on the next stream, whatever it may be. Bye-bye.